If a company cannot generate operating cash on a sustained or consistent basis for a couple of years running, if they're being, if it's not a startup, in other words, uh, then there's a problem. They're going to have problems. Now, another tell of mine goes the other way. I love to see, as a reporter, management, senior management, and I mean top five, C-suite, corner office types, who are who aren't really experienced or successful operators. And I'm not saying that they can't. You can't have a staircase on your career. Five steps up, one vertical, or one down. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that Insys is a great example. The guy who ran it, his previous experience was 18 months in the private banking training program of Northern Trust. Again, a fine company, very valid Midwest bank. I'm not crapping on it. It's just his entire CV was 18 months in that training position and an MBA from, I think, Northwestern. Again, fine school, but where are the senior operators? Where are people coming from? That's a big tell. Any crap company has crap executives. Okay, I mean, and there's, if you're a short seller and you skimp on that, I hope you get bought in twice a week. I mean, it's just such easy work to do, and yet so many, quite frankly, investors, longs and shorts, forget to do it. Who's running the company and what's their real CV? A company that's inclined to do crummy things on an operation basis does crummy or baffling transactions beforehand. So I look for baffling transactions. A money raise, that makes no sense. You do an IPO with a normal bank, and then you do a $40 million line of credit in Cyprus. I want to see things that honestly make me go, what on God's green earth is that thing? The all-time great example of this is Chesapeake Oil and Gas, running $20-30 million a year for the company for, hosting his private art and map exhibits in the lobby. Like he had a curator on staff that he was paying $700,000 a year to. I mean, that's what I want to see. Offshore holdcos owning 5% of Chesapeake's drilling finds and stuff like that. Off the top line there. So I mean, it's that kind of stuff. I love a baffling transaction. There's no getting around a good investigation. You have to be looking for footnotes to the filings, both their SEC or Ontario, or they're stipulated to financial filings. Always have footnotes that walk back or clarify what the assumptions they've just made 13 pages prior. The all-time great example of that is a Countrywide in financial in 2004, 2005. They were screaming, we have 5% of our book in subprime. That's it, no more. Mozilla would put his foot down and scream, about that. And then in their footnotes, even short sellers, well, most short sellers missed it. Their footnotes said that, they define subprime differently. Their 40% of their book would have been, subprime if they used a traditional measurement. They used a much more liberal measurement. So I love to see, footnotes. You can't get around footnotes. And then if you're getting really serious and you think you have a situation here, you should be scouring all known databases for legal filings. And then you want to be in the legal footnotes. You want to be talking to people who litigated with or against the company. Another great tell is within that realm, companies that get sued for stupid crap. Like Valiant got sued by its gardener, the guy who mowed the lawn outside of its corporate headquarters in Jersey, like middle or central Jersey, hadn't been paid in months because they had done so many mergers over years that they just had no internal way to keep track of expenses. A company that is a $300 or $280 stock price should be able to get the gardener a check once a month for driving the mower.